Can see it.
Okay.
To church, guys.
Shattered Skies is brought to you by Exalted.
I don't know if I want to post. I should ask them permission because I have this other channel for Exalted that I should probably paste it to. I'll see if they want to watch it. My game is live. No. Oh. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Are we live? We're live, aren't we? Okay, good. Good.
Yeah.
We're doing it live.
Okay, perfect. It looks like it's working. That's good. So let's just pick up right from last time. So if you guys don't remember, what happened last time was, they're not here.
On church, guys.
Well, they were here, but Mist basically, you had locked her into a secret room inside of your guest's bedroom, basically, after you reconfigured it with your wild shaping key. You reconfigured the actual room into a room that you wanted, and then you basically sectioned Mist off into another room. And because she was under the compulsion to go see the prince, basically she started to bash down the door with water, and once you opened the door, the water came surging out, and you had to dodge out of the way, basically, in order to avoid it. So now we're picking up right from that point. So I'm not going to make you guys roll initiative, because it's not, you guys aren't actually fighting against each other physically yet. But Mist just attacked basically the door and is probably going to be attacking you pretty soon if you get in her way. So I do want to ask Sun, so after you instinctually sort of dodge this water blast that comes out at you, like the water blast, what do you want to do immediately after that, because you dived out of the way, what's immediately the next thing that you're doing in this moment?
I set myself in some form of defensive stance,
Okay.
I'm what's going on? What the hell? Oh no! Ah, shit.
Okay, so what about you, Storms? Because I think you're also in the room. What are you doing?
I'm just going to. Let's see. I'm still disguised. No, I'm not. Am I disguised as Mist still, or?
I think so. Yes, you should be.
Okay, so I'm just going to ready her knife, since I think I stole it off her body.
Yeah, you have her knife. Yes. So you're gonna get her weapon out, and
Well, I'll get it out, but just kind of ready to draw it.
Okay, yeah. So you have it okay. So you have it at your side, getting ready to draw it if you feel like Mist is going to be a threat to Mist.
So I'm just gonna go.
Mist versus Mist, the ultimate mirror match.
What? Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, you're asking.
Are you saying sorry too?
You're asking.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Okay, I understand.
If she's under her senses.
Right. They're not here right now, so I'm just kind of trying to see what else would happen. I think one other thing that might happen is that since there's this door is banging down, and there's a torrent of water that's coming in. I feel I don't know if the prince would notice this, but I'm gonna actually see if Rainy does. I will have her roll perception because she's in the next room.
Well, Rainy's in the room, so.
Oh, Rainy's in the room, right? She's that's right.
What the hell? The prince?
I remember that now. Yeah, Rainy is in your room. She's seeing this, and she's she's.
Why is there water pouring out of the freaking closet?
Yeah, I think she asked you that. She's what's going on? She's asking you, son. She's Mr. Sun, what's going on? Like, I don't know what's happening.
I'm like inside. She can't see me. I'm like, oh shit.
Are you like telling like what do you tell her? Because like she's like panicking.
Oh no, it seems the pipe broke.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Should I call
Something like that.
should I call one of the maintenance people? Should I get the captain? What should I do?
Sorry about it. I think I think I can handle it. I just need to put a towel over it. I don't know.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna be over here.
Don't worry. I've dealt with this before. I
Okay.
am, after all, one of those people who can utter things.
Oh, really? All right. Sounds cool. I'll be over here. Just don't get any water on me.
Oh, don't worry. I have a bucket here. So it's going either overboard or into the bathtub or somewhere else.
Okay. No, I think what I meant to say was lightning. I'm gonna see if lightning notices because she's probably gonna run in the room if she hears like a noise. I don't think she has like super senses, but she could probably. I have to check because she might. Oh right, I didn't put her charms on this sheet. So... Oh, they split it up now. Ooh, that's
Yeah, I noticed that too. Like that actually makes it a lot easier for.
They updated it now. Okay, I did not know that they did this. This is brand new. Sorry.
I'm sorry, what?
Mhm.
They changed
Oh, they changed
the character sheet. They
done
updated the
Roll20.
character sheet for Roll20. This is interesting. So, this is really cool. Okay, so I'm gonna roll for
Okay.
lightning real quick to see.
Details, your fucking charms. Yay.
See, so she's gonna roll just really quick to check to see if she notices anything. She could use absence on this, but I'm just gonna give her 5 dice.
I honestly don't see it.
Okay, yeah, she got 2 seconds. So like lightning like opens the door, she starts running down the hall, and she's like, coming into the room because she heard like a really loud like, coming out the door. So lightning like starts running into the room while this is all going on, and like while there's water like flying everywhere. And she like goes and she looks at Storms, and she makes sure you're all right. Like first, like she goes in the room, she like looks toward you. She's like okay. Then she's like checking to see what's happening.
She's taking noise.
But then immediately after that, I think it would be going back to Mist. So you would tell me what you want to do now that the door's down and like you basically shot a blast of water out the door.
Well, I suppose she's staring at Sun, who's pretty much directly in front of her now.
Yeah, and he's getting into like a defensive sort of like a stance, like he's like getting sort of in like a defensive stance, like he's prepared to like block something or whatever. And like you see you're in the room, you're in the room with you because Mist is there. Well, you're Mist, but Storms is there as you, like holding your dagger, like
Yes,
like, be getting ready, and then lightning runs in the room, and Rainy's just kind of sitting in the corner of the room on the bed, like what's going on, and she's like panicking. And Sun's like, no, don't worry, it's a leak. It's just the bathroom's like the pipe's broken, and we'll fix it. And then I'm imagining that
you're under
I'm
your.
imagining like that's when you like walk. So we see you kind of walk out after this blast, and like we see that your hand is like, covered in water, and you're just like walking out of the bathroom. So what are you doing?
Get bathroom, the secret bathroom.
She's gonna lower her hand and sort of look at the others.
Yeah.
Remember the class is like.
Do any of you want to like read intentions on Mist to see if she's like planning anything? Because like you're kind of.
I would like to.
I would like to do as well if possible.
You were gonna do that? Okay. So you guys can go ahead.
What is that? That is.
I'm also gonna have lightning roll just as the person who is the NPC here because she's also gonna do it.
What's reading intentions, perception, and
It's perception socialized, so you should probably have a
Ah, boy.
I have 5 dice altogether.
yeah.
5 dice.
Okay, so she's gonna get 1 more.
And
Probably
7.
So yeah, I'm not gonna roll it for lightning. She's not very good at this kind of thing. She doesn't get to roll. She's not good enough to read mist because she's like mist is too clever for her. Lightning's very straightforward. She's like, "Hey, what's up? Oh, you're trying to lie to me? Okay, I guess that's cool." Like she doesn't really get it. Like,
Oh, you're lying to me? Okay.
yeah.
Lie, fucker.
Okay, 1 success, and then I want to see if Sun gets more because Sun's pretty good at this because he's trying to specialize in it now. Okay,
1, 2,
yeah.
3, 4,
You're-
5, 6,
so-
7.
so Miss-
Holy crap.
Okay, so essentially he gets like 7 successes to try to read into what you're planning on doing. Can you sort of give him some insight on like what your plan is at this point, like in terms of like what you're intending to do?
Well, the intention was to escape for the time being.
Right. So you can see her basically like as she's moving out of the bathroom, you can see her eyes start to move to the door, like she's like thinking about trying to get out. And you can see her body. It's like you're seeing it in slow motion. You can sort of see her body movements start to like move in that direction. So it's almost like this weird, like you have this like prediction line where you can kind of like see where she's going to move to. So you
Prediction line, really?
yeah, you can like intercept like where she's moving because you can see where she's going to.
I'm sorry, where did you get that from?
Well, I mean that's a thing from like I know they mentioned it in like SAO. They have those like prediction lines, and then also I'm thinking of like weird basketball animes where they show like the people in motion and they're like boom boom. You know, I'm thinking of that. So I'm imagining like
I watched those, Gun Gale
yeah.
shit.
So I'm just
But
imagining like
anime.
you have this idea of where she's moving, like projected out for you, so you can kind of see where she's going. So you understand that she's planning to escape, like that's her intention here. Like she's trying to get
Do I also put that up for my 1 success?
back to where. So you could tell that to Storms because Storms was like, "Hey, are you in your right mind? Like, what's going on?" You can tell Storms like, "Hey, she's trying to escape."
Oh, let's go on.
Okay, so then I'm just going to say, take away the door. Because he has the
The league
key.
is trying to book it.
So are you
League is
going
trying to book it.
So you're trying to. So what are you doing?
I'm telling
Storm says
Sun
you
to,
take away the door. So what do you? So are you
yeah.
going to do anything like with that information, or are you going to like?
Sun.
Huh?
Huh? I almost imagined Sun literally does that. Like, Storm just like take away the door. He's like, huh? What?
You have the fucking key.
Sun is stunned.
Meanwhile, I want while they're stalling,
Doesn't
you
that
roll,
work out? It's just like think about it and like take away the door.
you're rolling your Dex athletics to get out of the room before they can get rid of the door, and then Sun, you have to roll your it's going to be for you perception plus in this case
Damn it.
whatever you think would make sense. So like you could use athletics here or something like that because you're trying to do this quickly. That's kind of the idea.
Okay, it's perception.
Yeah, whatever you think would make sense, but I would suggest athletics because it's more about you're trying to move the door. So it's about moving. So it's about moving the door. You know.
Way making it like an endless hole.
Because like how are you actually that's a really good question. So like how are you visualizing this in your head? Are you imagining the door just poofing out of existence or are you imagining it moving it somewhere? Like because if you're moving it, I think athletics could make sense. Like you're trying to move the door quickly in your head.
Yep.
2 successes. That's not bad.
Um,
Very good roll.
Wish I had more dice.
Yeah, it's the patented mist's worst pool. It's like running away or like trying to jump out of windows. And stuff like
okay.
Hey, at least I'm not jumping out a window.
that. True.
Thinking over here because I'm thinking between like the door just like just shoots out into like you know the Sims, right?
Right.
Actually, let me try to visualize this
Okay.
for you. Let me screen share.
Sure.
I mean, you could just Alice in Wonderland and just make the door tiny.
That works too.
Okay, so I'm sorry, guys.
Oh no,
No.
go ahead. Artist got to draw.
It's just that the door's here, but then like here's the door and stuff. Like it's gonna open. Oh no,
Yeah.
he's gonna go get out of here. But then it just shoots out and it's like suddenly there's a hallway elongating. That like there's
Okay.
an endless hallway elongating away. It's just like trying to get to.
Okay, so instead of trying to move the door or move it out of the way, you're going to make a
I'm
hallway
thinking
door.
either
Okay, that works. Yeah. You would be
that or like there's a brick wall in the way.
Okay, those are two different things though. So you have to tell me which one you're visualizing because you can't be visualizing both at the same time.
Like I'm telling you, like I'm thinking about it. Like it's like really far away in this like an endless hole.
And then a brick wall at the end. I mean, you could do both, but I need to know which one.
Well, I mean,
What's next? The Resident Evil laser hallway?
What?
oh,
It's PT. It's me.
You don't have a lot of time, so
It's the PT hallway. It's
If
the
you
PT,
can't
the Silent Hills
Yeah,
hallway.
a penalty because you actually have to do this like she's moving to the door and you have to be visualizing this.
They don't get hallway like an endless hallway, so it's like a loop,
Okay, so you're making a
making
hallway.
the actual door to go outside somewhere else that and I know where it is.
Yeah, you can't. You don't have time to visualize that. So basically, you're making a hallway. So that's going to be I'll go with athletics because again, you're just trying to visualize this really fast, and that's more where it's coming from for you. Okay.
Oh, one.
So basically, as you're trying to like figure this out in your head, you see Mist like move for the door. Storms, what are you doing?
I am going to give chase after Miss and try to like
Okay, so
grab
that's
her
the
before.
same role for you. So Dex Athletics.
All right. Look at my score here. That's the wrong
Remember, she's
sheet.
practically naked, so
All right.
That
yeah,
too.
the storm's a little.
Oh yeah, if she's naked, you might be distracted. Good call. Okay, so you have to roll.
Why the fuck did you say that?
You have to roll willpower not to get distracted by the fact that Mist is naked, and
All right, that's 5 dice, so
you get a penalty because you have an intimacy.
okay, 2 successes.
Okay, you're good. So you're not
All right.
distracted.
And 1 success to try to
Oh,
grab
you
her.
almost botched. Jeez. Okay, so yeah, Mist is actually at this point. She's moving faster than you at this point. I don't really. You're not stunting it, so I'm not sure like how you're running. But I'm just imagining like basically like you
I
have
think started one.
in terms of the momentum. So like you're moving towards the door, and you like open the door, and then Sun's like, oh, I'm gonna make a hallway. So the hallway extends out. It starts to build out from like behind you, but you're already like ahead of it, and you move through the next door before he can make make anything else on the other end. So you get through that, and you're now in the hallway of the actual like where the actual other rooms are, like where the hallway is. And Lightning's just like she didn't react fast enough, so she just kind of sees you move, and she tries running after you, but now she's in this hallway that's like starting to build out, and she's like, oh god, and she's like confused, like she doesn't know what's happening. So you're in the actual like part where the other
I had to make a fucking hallway.
So where are you going next?
Sorry.
She's heading up decks.
You're gonna go up to the next deck. Okay. So you.
Okay. I'm gonna throw Sun at the hall in the hallway, like after her.
Okay.
Yes, this is gonna be a fastball special.
Okay, so you're gonna like throw Sun at Mist in the hallway. Okay, that's fine. You have to make a roll for that though to throw him. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
I
pretty
know.
difficult because you have to throw him like the because he's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And he also has a metal arm, so he's kind of hard to throw.
Oh, yeah, but I can extend strength and
I know. I'm just saying, like, it's not like
I have
it's gonna be. It's gonna be at least like 2 successes just to be able to throw him because like he's actually like really heavy with all of his
All right.
equipment and stuff. And he has armor now, so that makes it
7.
slightly more difficult. I'll say like 3. It'll be 3 actually, because you have to throw him with armor and with his arm and everything else.
Are you also forgetting I also get a boost for for making strength checks? I get
so that's
reduced
for,
the amount of success.
this isn't a feat of strength. This is like you're throwing him, so it's a different thing.
How is this not a feat of strength?
Because that's for like if you're lifting like objects or like breaking down like doors and stuff like that. This is like throwing a person. Like, that's a different thing.
Okay, I disagree with the definition there, but it's fine.
Yeah, we can talk about
Well,
it later, I think, but like that's how I define it anyway. Like in terms of because the idea is you're trying to use this to get her, so like you can't use it as like a feat of strength. You know, if you were, let's say, if you wanted to do the Hulk thing and like break the ship, well, you can't break the ship because it's made of like metal. But like if you were trying to like, let's say, if you were outside and you wanted to make like a freaking thing and hit the ground so hard that it causes like a thing of earth to like pop up in front of her and like knock her over, that would be like a feat of strength. But you wouldn't be able to do something like that like here because because the ship is like really reinforced, so you wouldn't be able to like boom bang. Then you wouldn't hurt your hand, but you would like hit the thing and it would carry. But if you're trying to throw fun, yeah, that'd be pretty difficult.
Yeah. All right, I'll extend my strength then, because
Okay.
it's just 1 for 1, right?
Yeah. And then you can stunt to add
Okay,
another.
and I can. Yeah. So basically, like as soon as Miss gets out of sight, I'm gonna grab Sun by the scruff of like the his armor and like just go yo, bounce off the wall or something, and I'm just going to like lob him like fucking Looney Tunes style, like.
Whee!
Yeah.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, so I'm going to actually I'm gonna also like my muscles are gonna bulk up as I like throw him and like you know fucking that character from Naruto, the water guy.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, the guy who can make his arm huge.
Right.
Yes. I'm basically doing that.
Ah, that's cool. Okay, I'll give you
That's
2 dice for that. Sure. That's pretty neat.
Alright. So and I can extend my strength up to double it or something like that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 5 to do that.
Okay, personal peripheral.
Personal.
Okay, cool. Keep going then.
Alright. 1, 2. So I had to figure out how to do math here.
It's fine.
Alright, so getting my final numbers together. And spent and my throw is Throw is 2. Okay. Don't balls this up, son.
Yeah, that'll actually do it. I was gonna say you needed like 7 successes, but you got it, or 8. So you got
1, 2, 3,
6,
4,
7, 8, 9.
7, 8.
You're good.
Holy crap!
So yeah, you throw Sun basically like you throw him like towards the stairs. Sun, what do you do when you're like right up at Mist? Because like she just threw you at her, and now you're like right in front. Are you gonna like try to slam into her? Or are you gonna do some like weird like Sonic style like roll tuck thing? So you like, like how are you gonna contact with her? Because you're like coming at her like really fast,
Gotta
and
go
you're in
fast,
the
bro.
air.
So I'm thinking I'm about to tackle her. Obviously,
What are you doing? Sorry.
more like I'm tackling,
Okay,
like
so
for
you're gonna like
slamming into,
okay. So
like, and we just roll. We just roll down the. We just like smack into the stairs, roll back down the stairs. Assuming just like
right. Okay, so what I need you to do is make a brawl plus strength roll to actually like grab at her, and then you're gonna get 2 dice just because you know you got thrown, and you'll get actually also another extra 2 dice, so you'll have 4 extra dice for this.
oh, strength. And you said brawl.
Yeah.
I have nothing of brawl, so Jesus Christ.
Oh, you can use martial arts then if you're doing like a clinch type thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, start describing it more martial artsy.
Yeah. So, So I'm flying in the
Bounce off
air.
Like when you get her on the ground, it's more like a clinch than it is like you're just grabbing her, right? You're like trying to restrain her, like with some kind of like leg lock or something, or like some kind of like.
Okay.
I'm imagining like the army martial arts where you have someone like that. You know, you're not just doing it like a grab. You're actually like doing this like tactical grapple thing.
Hold on. So I'm like, we roll down, and she's like, I try to like restrain her like in a way that's like tactical in a way, I guess. Yes. So the
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like some sort of grab, but there. No, there's And like I try to knock her out.
Okay, yeah. Depend if you get enough successes, you might be able to pull that off. But then she's going to get to resist. But I want to see what you get first. And then if you get enough successes over her, you might be able to just to knock her out.
Hell, I would have tried to resist before he tackled.
Right.
So 9.
Flying through the air. Superman.
10. So I went from Spider-Man to Superman. Holy shit.
Spider-Man to Superman.
Well, I am blue and I am red. Oh, that's miss. Oh wait, I do have yellow, so I am Superman.
There you go. You're actually Superman. We figured this out now. You flew in the air, and now you're gonna grab her like Superman. Hopefully, you don't break her neck. Please don't do that.
Every like,
Don't break her neck. I swear to God, if you do that, I'm gonna be very mad.
what? Fly out of ship and be like,
Start shooting water, and all the innocent civilians are like, "No, this can't stand." You just.
Excuse me.
I was like, at least don't do it. Spider-Man break her back or whatever.
Right, that too. Don't hit her too hard, or you'll kill her. Like that could also be bad. You know, you're walking a thin line here. I'm sorry. I'm totally. You mentioned all these superheroes.
I killed Gwen Stacy again.
You're mentioning
I need
superheroes, and I'm immediately like thinking of the
Never
worst
mind. I did see Homecoming. We need to talk about that later. I think.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Sorry, I'm taking my willpower.
No, it's fine. You want to spend willpower? You said.
Shaking have 4, so.
Okay, yeah, it actually does say here you can use martial arts, so you are allowed to use martial arts without even using a stunt. But I'll give you, but I won't give you stunt dice. But you get +4 anyway, just because you're flying through the air. So you actually.
Yeah. Okay. So I have 9 now. One.
Yeah, 1 success. Okay.
Ooh. 1, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so that's
8.
8.
9.
And then,
no, I'll say-
and then Mist gets to roll Brawl plus. You don't have Brawl, right?
I don't have roll.
No, to Mist.
I,
Mist doesn't have Brawl, right?
No points.
You have 1 point. So you're,
No,
you're
it's favored, but there's no points.
oh, no points. Okay, so then you're just gonna roll your strength. I think that's like 1 or 2, right?
Hell, I wasn't even intending to freaking use strength or anything to counter it.
Fair. So, do you want to like stunt this, or like how are you gonna deal with this? You know.
Well, he's there, he's flying through the air.
Yeah.
Portholes in the freaking wall.
Yeah.
Mist Anima is still flaring from using the water earlier.
Correct. Yes.
She
Oh,
was
so
basically going to.
yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah.
She was going to get a wall to watch them.
So you're actually gonna take a damage if when you make contact with her. So you have to mark a lethal.
me?
Yeah, for you, because like when you hit her, you're hitting the water also like around her. So like to break through that, you actually have to take like a lethal.
Can't like like sort of soak it up in one way or another.
I don't think you have hardness, so you wouldn't be able to soak it. No. You don't have like magical armor or anything like that.
Okay, so nothing like with my charm either.
Unless you have a charm that lets you block something like that, no. 'Cause it's like magical damage. You can't like block it with your, you know. You can't like parry her aura because you're like flying at her right now. So unless you want to like, I don't know, if you want to try to describe that somehow, like if you want to try to, because you're trying to grab her, so like I don't know how you would do that. That's the thing. If you have a charm you think could help you, then that's fine. But you're gonna take a lethal unless you can figure out a way to deal with it.
Well, like spirit strengthens the skin.
Yeah.
Is that like effect gain plus X soak? Where's the mode?
Yeah, but soak wouldn't help you here unless you get hardness.
Okay. Hardness is a specific
Yeah, it's a specific like separate thing.
Yeah.
So you just have to mark a lethal, and then you're good. And then Kara just has to roll her strength dice just to see how much she can take off of Sun, because the more you do, you know, the more he does to you, the worse it ends up for you. Because if he grapples you, it's gonna be pretty bad.
Okay, where are the markers?
Can I use willpower for that?
Yes, you can. Mm-hmm.
How much would that be?
I will use 4 or 5.
Okay. You can only spend 1 willpower.
Only 1? Okay, well, I'll use 1.
Okay. So just mark that off, and then you're good. And then you just roll your strength dice.
Okie doke. Actually, I probably
How much
shouldn't
health
have even spent
take
willpower.
off?
I mean, it does help because the more you reduce it from him, the less he can hurt you.
Yeah,
How
but
much
like everything
health?
else, the really shitty roll. Oh, no, I got a success.
Okay, that's good. So you have 2 successes. So you're going to reduce him down to... So you're going to reduce him down to 6. Which isn't that...
6 health?
Oh, just got double on nines.
Okay, so now the next thing that happens is... -1 to all attacks. Grapple take... So while she is stuck in this like tactical grapple, what are you doing, Storms? Go back to you.
Let's see. Mist is in the grab, so
Yeah. She's basically like on the stairs, and Sun's doing this like, you know, like military grapple on her.
mm-hmm. So I'm basically just going to move over, grab Miss by the foot, and drag her back into the room. Like,
Okay. So you need Sun's permission to be able to do that because he wanted to knock her out. So are you okay with Storm's like dragging her instead?
oh, well, I could also knock her out. Like,
Right, you could, but I'm saying that right now Sun has her in the hold. So unless you get his permission, you can't just like pull her out of that hold.
Sun has the most stereotypical Mexican ringtone.
That wasn't me.
No, that was
Oh.
So yeah, Sun, are you
What?
are you okay with not knocking her out and having Storms like move her away?
Well,
I mean, I can knock her out too. Like,
Yeah, but like
Like-
right now Sun's like doing this and like trying to get like restrict, trying to choke her out and like knock her out. And like you need to like coordinate like if you're okay with Storms like not having you do that because if she drags her away, you can't knock her out.
well, if Storms can knock her out too, because
Right, or
Storms,
can
not
knock her
someone
out.
else. Like someone that I don't trust. It's someone I know and trust. And okay, this person threw me across the freaking room. They can do a lot. Okay, they threw a sword over a wall.
Okay, so are you gonna let Storms knock her out then?
I believe that's a yes, since we're both conceding to this.
Okay, cool. So then what you're going to do, Storms, is you're going to roll, because she still gets soak against this, kind of thing, and she should still get, a response to what you're doing. So what you're going to do is, but she doesn't get any defense. And she gets, and you get -1 to your stuff. I need to go get yours.
Yeah, let me see if I have any charms that can help with this.
Yeah, because I know you have that one that can, like, turn all your damage into, like, bashing. But that's not,
Yeah.
Just don't.
It has changed to Impossible Lion's Mercy.
Right.
Because of,
Okay, here we go. I
All
have
right.
it now. So what you're gonna
it doesn't add anything to my strength, but just makes it so no matter what I do a non-lethal damage.
Yeah, so essentially it's going to be your awareness. That's going to be
Smash her against the wall.
I'm just
Smash her
gonna
against
assume
the wall.
max
She's okay. She's
here.
okay. Smash her. It's very like she's still okay. She's still breathing.
So
She's still
assuming
okay.
max
She's still knocked out.
You're going to roll.
Smash her.
This is considered
She's okay.
a decisive attack, so you technically only get 5 dice. Based on like this would be normally your initiative, but I'm assuming like maximum damage, so you get like 5 dice. But if you boost your strength or do anything like that, I'll let that count too. If you have a charm that'll help you. But like your base set at 5 dice, and then you can add to that.
All right, let me quickly look at all my charms, see what I got here.
Because I know you have stuff that'll help you with this, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You can take your time.
No, that just allows me to submit my. That's my bear form. I don't use that.
Rah, claw her face off. Her head's gone. Now she's dead.
No, I used my charm that makes it non-lethal.
Right. There you go. Well, you didn't transform, so
Right,
you do that right now because it's not.
Upon hitting the. Oh, okay. This is actually good. I can ignore 3 points of soak.
That is useful, yeah, because you're gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you don't need to ignore her soak because I'm not factoring that in actually. So yeah, you can ignore that.
Oh, okay. And it's for withering attacks only.
Right. Yeah. This is decisive, so you.
Yeah. Let's see.
And the reason I'm doing this, by the way, is because she's a PC. If she was an NPC, I'd be like, yeah, you knock her out. But like, this is a lot more complicated.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's more annoying though. It's like, I don't want to attack friends, but it's like, fucking brain control.
Brain control. Someone used that card, change your heart, so now she's stuck on the enemy side, and you don't know how to deal with it. I think brain control is actually the magic card. Or no, brain control is the Yu-Gi-Oh card, and the mind control is the magic one.
I do not actually have any decisive charms, but it looks of it.
That's sad.
Well, I mean, the only decisive charm I have that would like is if I want to like knock her out, then attack someone else.
Right, that's kind of weird. Yeah. So if it's better for like multiple attacks.
Yeah. All right. So I'll just boost my strength up again. I guess I'll use my peripheral.
Okay, that's fine.
Run out of personal.
Oh, your personal again? Okay. Because I'm just
No, I
waiting.
ran out, so I'm gonna use peripheral.
Okay, so yeah, your anima starts to become like dim around your body, and you kind of boost. How much are you boosting your strength by?
5.
5. Okay, so you'll get 10 dice.
Okay.
Are you spending willpower on it?
2, 3, 4. I don't have any left. So.
Right, that's true. So you just get 10.
Yep. And let me see if I can figure out a way to like stunt this. Like.
Yeah, exactly, because you could, and then you get extra emotes that you can spend.
Yeah. Oh, I got a good one.
Okay.
Okay, so as my stunt, I'm going to grab onto like Sun, who's grabbing onto Miss, and I'm going to do a like double suplex thing. Like,
Oh, well, wait, aren't you gonna suplex Sun then?
no, like he's just going to extend the suplex, so it's like a whip.
Oh, okay. So you like. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Sure.
Super.
Okay, that'll be I guess your dex then.
I believe it's my strength because I have that charm that replaces.
Oh well, you can't double your you can't use strength and strength, so it'd be strength and another attribute.
Oh, wouldn't it be a skill or ability then?
No, because when you're doing the stunt, you're adding another attribute as the moat pool. So essentially,
Oh,
so you're picking another attribute to add to your pool.
okay. So strength, dex, and I guess brawl.
Yeah. So it would be like then you can
Yeah.
add up to as many motes as your dex.
Okay, so which that would only add 2.
So you can add 2 more dice basically with that stunt.
All right, so 10, then plus 4, then plus 2. You said for the
Yeah.
and then plus 4. Okay.
Welcome back.
How many successes did you get? I'm trying to count it. 6. Did you get any 10s?
I got
Oh
one
yeah, you
10.
did. Okay, so that's just enough to knock her out. So yeah.
Ooh. Super double suplex.
No.
Boom! KO.
So yeah,
What
what happens is like, actually, I imagine it kind of like this. Like you have her in a hold, and then Storms just like tags you out, and she's like, "Okay, I got this," and then just like suplexes Mist into the ship, and she's
Into the ship. Her head is now through the floor, like
Oh, yeah,
a cartoonish. Like you can see the floor.
Obviously,
and
that's
she's
not.
obviously it's non-lethal because you don't want to kill her, but
Yeah. I mean, I will use my charm.
Oh.
Non-lethal.
because yeah, I think the interesting thing to me is that normally, yeah, this might like break someone's head in, but like it's very like the impact is basically restrained by your charm. So like when she hits the ground, it's like safe. It's like a mat or whatever. It's like It's actually like wrestling. Like there's like a mat there. So when she hits the thing, it's like okay, like she's fine.
TKO.
So yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
So Mist
Welcome back.
Mist gets like suplexed into the boat, but there's like a mat there, so she's okay.
Total KO.
And so Mist is now unconscious. So what are you guys gonna do with Mist now that
Come on, where are the guards? Is no one hearing this?
I'm the guard.
she's right. She is the guard. This is like police brutality right now. This is like
Oh no! No!
I am the law.
No! You're not Judge Red, bro. No!
Right now, Storm is pretty much okay. So yeah, you have missed unconscious. What are you gonna do now? Because her anima is still like. Actually, yeah, because you would also take a lethal because you grab her.
Okay, so I'll take that lethal.
Mm-hmm. But basically, like,
one lethal from my 12 bar.
yeah, essentially. But yeah, as you grab her, like you break through this water and then like throw her onto the back, onto the ship, and she like gets knocked out pretty easily because she's pretty frail. So you have her knocked out. Her anima is still like active, even though she's like unconscious. So there's this like water flowing around her, like slightly, and it's like all over the deck now. There's like water everywhere. Because as she's like moving, there's like tracking water around. And
Someone
stuff
made a
like
miss.
that.
Okay.
And Lightning's like looking at you like, what the heck did she do? What? Like she's kind of like
She
almost
broke
like mad that you just like suplexed her into the ship. She's like, what the heck did she do? Like, what's going on here?
The tickets are doing some kind of brainwashing.
She broke water.
Okay, slap sign in the back of the head.
That was actually a good joke. Okay, you know what? That was one of the first good jokes you've actually made. I'm gonna give you that one. That one was a good one. Give you a clap for
If
that.
we had our what's it called again, you would probably get an experience from that.
Yeah, that was good. That was funny.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to explain the situation.
Yeah, you can just do, yeah, and then you're done. Okay, so you explain the situation. Lightning's like, okay, so like, what's the protocol for this? You're the contract person. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, do we like, if she's breaking the rules of the ship, are we supposed to like put her in a court or a jail, or is there a jail? What do we do?
She goes back.
What is the actual protocol for this? Like,
Well, if someone was causing a disturbance on the ship, if you believe that someone was causing a disturbance, like if you believe that there was actually like some kind of injunction, then they would be held. You would basically have to bring them to like one of the staff members, and then they would take her away to the brig, because they have sort of a brig. It's not really like a jail, but they have like a storage room that they'd like hold her in.
I'm just trying to think. Would that actually do anything for an Exalted? Like,
You're not sure because as far as you know, they haven't held any Exalted on this ship, so you'd have to talk about the staff with that. But they can hold people like here in some kind of storage area, but you're not sure if that would hold Mist for very long because she just broke out of a a room already. So if you throw her in another cell, you're right, she might not. You're not sure what kind of protocols they have again for dealing with that, because you guys are, as far as you know, they're like the first Exalted that they have had on like board. And they're not used to dealing with this level of like, okay, everyone's drama is now accelerating, and now there's fighting going on, but it's like on the scale of demigods, so now everyone's like, oh crap.
I got a way to like.
The ship's pretty sturdy though. Like if they put her in a room that was like made of this material, she probably wouldn't be able to break out of it, because the ship is made of light, and like it's made of exalted.
A nice way of like taking care of this, but it will like write Mist out of the story maybe.
Well, so what were you gonna throw in the ocean? Like I'm not sure. Like what's your
yeah, I was just gonna give her like a supply of food and water, and like just throw in her lifeboat and like set that up.
You're gonna do the Huey thing. You're gonna like throw her on a lifeboat, and then I mean you have to remember that she can swim like underwater, so she's not gonna die.
Well, yeah, I know, but I don't want to like just.
And
dump.
There's another ship coming on the way that can definitely pick her up if they find a raft on the. So no, she's not going to be written out of the story if you do that.
Okay, so yeah, I might just do that because we really like.
You need to get her off the boat. Like that's the thing. You're like, okay, we need to get her off the boat. We can't just leave her on the boat because she's going to go to the prince and tell her everything. So you're going to ask the captain, can we like throw Mist on a lifeboat and send her off the boat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to need to roll for that. Like, so I'm assuming we have this like pseudo trial where you like go up to her with all this evidence, right? We explain the situation. You explain the situation to the captain. Like what actually this is actually important. So like what specifically do you tell the captain? Because I actually need to know what you say to her to kind of build your argument. But you have to convince her to like send her off a lifeboat because she like, you know, presumably they're a guest, so you can't just be like, oh, she's you have to actually like, you know, work out how you're gonna convince her, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna actually like first I'm gonna ask the captain if like she knows about the fucking like tickets being.
Okay, so what you'd want to do is you'd want to roll for a read intentions on that. Like to try to gauge like what she knows about this because she doesn't tell you anything, but you're not sure like what that means or if like she doesn't say she's like, oh well, the tickets. Well, we gave you the tickets, right? So we sent you the tickets. Was there anything wrong with the tickets? And you're like, no, they're evil. And she's like, well, I made sure they were. You know, we had them made. They're specially designed. You know, they're printed, made of whatever. She's like going off on all these technical.
Yeah, I'm going to just like
back.
While she's like telling me this, I'm just going to like kind of just sniff the air, like smell like if she's like sweating more, or like I'm basically trying to be like a daredevil here, like get my other senses.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 dice for that. That's smart.
All right.
Very good. Doop. 5, 6. Yeah. She she is. When you talk to her about the tickets, like you specifically, she actually is getting kind of nervous. Like she's like, well, you see, we printed we gave them to you, so and she's not like doing this, like she stammers slightly, so it's not like super obvious, but I'm just exaggerating it. But you can pick up on that. It's more noticeable for you that she's definitely not telling the truth. Like she knows something is going on, and she's trying to avoid the topic. And you can tell using all your senses that like something is probably wrong here. Like she definitely knows something, and she's trying not to tell you.
So I'm basically just going to say, well, because of your damn tickets, she's being used as an assassin.
An assassin? Well, who is she trying to kill then? Do you know her target? She's like almost exasperated by this. Like she's like, sorry, what did you say?
Captain Sun and myself.
She like sighs. Okay, well, if you were being targeted by an assassin, and she is being, you explain to her like she's being brainwashed by these tickets and now being used as an assassin. What do you suggest we do then? If she really is so dangerous that we can't hold her on the ship, what should we do?
Well, you know about the tickets. How long do they last? Is there a certain range that they need to?
What? What do you mean range? For what? The tickets? There's nothing wrong with them.
Don't bullshit me.
Right there.
So is Sun gonna chime in? Because I'm actually interested if he, because like Storms could tell you like she's bullshitting, like she knows something. So are you gonna like come in and start doing something?
What exactly are you hiding here?
I'm not hiding anything. I don't know why you think these tickets are doing this, but they're not.
Oh, because 3 strong, independent women are acting like lovesick puppies.
Hey, sometimes that happens. Like this is a love cruise. Isn't that normal? Like,
not to the extent that they're acting.
Not exactly.
Yeah. She's like smirking, like she definitely like is like, oh, isn't this normal? Like, aren't you? Like she's like totally like fucking with you now.
Miss knew this guy for less than a week, and now she's ready to kill us.
I heard they were getting married. I thought that this was normal behavior. And you're saying that she's being aggressive?
Forceful marriage, more like.
Well, that's not my business. That's not my business how the marriage is being conducted. I'm not involved with their relationship. I'm not a relationship counselor. I'm just trying to help them get together. That's all.
It's not so.
I don't judge how people live. If I did, I might. She like looks toward lightning. Well, you know, like to imply that like your relationship isn't sacred somehow, like this weird like prejudice.
I'm just gonna say, if you say another word, I'm going to personally take care of this problem.
Well, how exactly are you planning on doing that?
You don't want to find out
The same way I take care of everything. Brute force. And I'm
that
going
and more.
He's like you can see her heart rate like tick up as you're speaking. Like you can set like the daredevil like and she's like she's clearly not ready to fight you like right now. I should probably ask she's like before you say anything else, she's like, I should probably ask the prince what he would do in this situation. I should go get him. And like she's trying to move out of the room, like get help.
I'm going to grab her arm and I said, the prince is the one trying to kill us. You think he...
The prince is trying to kill you? This is getting more and more complicated.
Yes, that's why I would like to take this piece off the board before she can cause any more damage.
And how exactly are we going to do that? I'm not just going to let you throw her off the ship.
That's exactly what I was planning on doing. Get a lifeboat, get food for her and water, and drift her off to sea. She's a water dragon-blooded, so...
She'll be fine.
Well, I guess that's like she was like assuming you were literally just gonna throw her out in the ocean. She's like, well, I guess that's better, but I'm not sure if the you're still going to do the rest of your job, right? Like she's talking about the agreement that you've made before.
I always complete a mission, so yes.
All right. I can get a lifeboat with supplies ready.
All right, and I will deal with the prince. I won't kill him or anything. I'll just explain that Mist is in another room. She caught some disease.
Oh,
Scurvy,
well,
whatever.
Don't hurt his feelings too hard.
She doesn't want to marry
I'm not
you.
gonna say she's dead. I'm gonna say she's throwing up.
She doesn't want to marry you anymore.
Tell him that, like, he doesn't want to marry you anymore. It's just like, ah. I love you, like, tell him,
divorced
like, wait,
divorce
what?
citizen.
He doesn't want to marry you anymore. What?
Because she got divorce citizen.
Divorce-sided.
Divorce citizen. Pretty much. She couldn't take the disease called divorce citizen.
Okay, so is that immediately, like, the next thing you're going to do? You're just going to go to him? Because the staff is going to be the one loading Mist on the boat and stuff. So, like, what's the next thing that you guys are going to do, like, as a group?
Okay, I'm gonna say, son, the prince likes you more, so you should probably be the one to deceive him about where Mist is. Like,
Okay.
just say she's in like the sick bay and she's highly contagious.
Okay. And then, Storm, so if you're going to have Sun do that, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna go to the VIP rooms because that's
Okay,
what my
good.
job is now.
I'll do that separately then. So we'll go to Sun.
Okay.
Okay.
So Sun, hi. How are you doing, buddy? So you get into
I'm
the
good.
prince because the prince is still in his room. And by the way, just for the record, if you want to note this, Storms, you've confiscated her key, so you have access to Mist's key.
Okay. I confiscated that a while ago because
Yeah. So I'm just asking, like, if you want to give it to Sun or whatever, you can do that. I'm just wondering if you want to keep it.
if you need to lock the prince in the room for whatever reason, like.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, if you want Sun to have the key so that he can like move the room around, but he's actually, I don't know if you want to do that because last time he tried to use the key to keep someone out, it didn't work. So maybe you keep it for yourself. I don't know what if you want to like.
Doctors in both.
No,
Well,
like you're like you were having a meeting. You're like, I don't know, I can do it right this time. I swear, I'll actually kick him out. I promise. I'll just make a brick wall in front of the door. It'll work. I swear. And then Storms is like, you can't actually change the outside of the room, so that's not gonna work. But nice try.
well, we can have a brick wall over the door.
Over the yeah, that would work if you put it over the door. Because the way you one you were showing me was like behind the door. I'm like, no, you couldn't do that, but you could do it like in front of the door. That would work. Anyway, so yeah, are you gonna keep the key or are you gonna give it to Sun so that he has an advantage? Like,
I'll give it to Sun because he's gonna be on the outside. So
okay, so Sun, you have missed key, and you use it to unlock the door and get in the room. And just the prince is standing there, and he kind of sees you come in. He's like, "Huh? Excuse me, is there a problem? You could have at least knocked. I was
My apologies,
contemplating to myself."
My apologies for interrupting, Your Royal Highness, but it seems that Lady Mist has contracted something above these seas.
Disease,
Some form of
huh? He kind of like eyes you. She didn't appear sick when I last saw her, Captain.
Is that so?
This is
How long
sudden.
was I going to go? Captain Sun, it is, yes. What?
there's the dice roll.
Mm.
Quick, roll your line.
Well, he doesn't have to roll it. It's just flat. So he has to either stunt it or spend willpower or spend motes.
What's going on?
The prince is looking through your lies.
Oh yeah, you would definitely. Yeah, he's like this is very sudden. She didn't have any symptoms. I've been with her this whole time. You understand?
Is that so?
Show her Rainy.
What kind of disease is this?
Rainy's sick, remember? Rainy's sick, remember?
Not certain, but it seems that she has forgotten some things as well. That's another dear friend of mine has. While contracting something that required some sort of
There's some kind of amnesia going on.
something that left her paralyzed, mostly.
I have never heard of a
Dead.
disease such as this. What kind of disease is it? Have you determined this?
No, not sure. A friend of mine contracted it. We treated it somehow, but
I would like to see her.
I'm not sure if that's. Not sure if that's possible, good sir.
Why not?
It's rather contagious.
Well, if your friend has
Seems-
contracted this disease and you have had contact with her, then why are you not sick?
Let's just say that we had someone else help to deal with her.
So then, you can cure my wife.
Yeah, that's
Get
the
to it.
problem. She was the one who sort of helped with that. And that is perhaps why she contracted the disease, it seems. Helped with it. With treating my friend.
So who's treating her?
Hmm?
Who is treating my wife? He's like looking angrily towards you, like he's very angry, like he's frustrated.
Your staff at this. The ship is doing at this moment, but there are no other doctors at the moment. My apologies.
This is pathetic. She should be better than this. I'm going to see her. I don't care if I get sick. This is necessary. You understand? We are meant to be bound for life. No disease will keep us apart.
Hold up. Sorry.
Oh god, is the prince fucking brainwashed too?
Hey, you don't know he isn't. that's honestly like you don't know he is not. As far as you know, he could be under the same effect, or he could just be really frustrated because he just found out that
Yeah,
the person.
I know, even though frustrated, I wouldn't go, we're bound for life. Like,
Right. Well, no, that's what marriage is. Like he's saying, we're bound for life. You can't just say that.
yeah, but when we have, like, we're dealing with the shipper, I'm like, okay, this is very.
Yeah, I mean, he said like it's the kind of thing like they probably have a similar kind of oath where it's like till death do us part. He's basically trying to say like I don't care if I have to die beside her for this disease. Like we're going to be together even if I don't remember who she is.
And, like, they knew each other for a week. This is very sudden.
It is. I agree, but you're not there to question it. Son is though.
Yes, I know. It just pisses me off because, like,
I don't know what Carl's doing. Hold on, what is he?
I'm like, he's imagining like, hold
Pretty.
up. Oh, fuck! What the fuck? Where'd it go? Guys, it's gone. Oh, I found it.
Yeah, amnesia does that.
What? So I'm like, my hands are like behind my back.
Yeah.
I'm holding the key to this place.
Yes.
And question, sir, wasn't it just a short time ago that you met her?
I don't see what that has to do with this.
Why so suddenly?
He's
Doesn't
kind
it
of
take time?
so this would be so you'd have to read intentions on him to determine like if he's actually like trying to hide something or not, or like what he's trying to say, because he's just like, well, this marriage was meant to be. I don't think you understand.
Okay, so that would be perception and
Socialize, yes.
3, 4, 7.
is there anything? Okay, all right.
3 successes. Okay. What you'd understand when he says that, because I will clarify, like this is a thing that's common in like noble households. They usually have like a person who is a vizier who is like in charge of like reading fortunes and destinies. And your parents would have told you that you were actually like you were visited by their family like vizier and was they had done like a fortune reading for you. It's kind of like a baptism kind of thing. They have like this guy like read your whatever and then determine things about you and stuff. So like
Ooh, I wonder what his fortune was.
so like what he is saying was what he's saying is like
Yes.
like what you didn't determine based on knowing that is like that this is common in noble families. Is he's saying someone like a vizier told him that this marriage would happen, and specifically to Mist, so that he knows that they were meant to be married, and he's saying that they are supposed to be together.
I'm like, and I can guess that fucking vizier's name.
Yes, of course you can. But I will imagine like this vizier. It's like, why am I suddenly imagining choking? I don't know. Like Sun's like, why do I suddenly feel like I'm being killed? I wonder. That's a weird sentence.
Fucking love ninja bitch.
Love ninja bitch. That's a great nickname. I'm definitely gonna call her that from now on. That's a good one.
So I don't. But what do I know about the Vizier? This guy's Vizier.
You never met them, so you don't know anything about them.
Doesn't he know that that's the person that got murdered?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Do I know that they were the one that got murdered, or?
Yeah, you know that. Okay, so you do know that, but you never met. So all you know is they're dead.
Died.
Oh, we also know it's like the prince's cousin, right?
That's correct. Yes. They were related.
I mean, your cousin. It's
Yes, my late cousin. She
Do you know
advised
that they?
she advised me on these matters. I had been searching for the right person for years. And she said, well, yes, upon meeting Miss, once she came into the city, that she knew that it was the right one.
And how's that? How so?
Well, when I speak to her, I feel a strong connection. I believe we are meant to be together. And if you are going to keep me from her, then you clearly don't understand what it means to be in love.
You could, sir, but I am, after all, captain. I must keep you and all the others safe, one way or the other.
I don't want to be safe. I want to be with her. Now get out of my way. That's an order.
I don't want to survive. I want to live.
Right. So I don't care if I die to see Mist. I want to be with her. And get out of my way. That's an order. Captain.
If you say so, sir. I was just imagining, like, I get out of the way and then it's all black. It's like entirely dark. And you can't see anything.
Uh-huh. So you like basically you turn off the lights?
And like the lights. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. Like the lights turn off when like I concentrate and like I make the lights go off.
Okay.
Somehow. And there's all over the door.
Right. So what are you doing here with the door? I'm trying to understand that.
There's a wall over the wall.
Okay, so you're making like a wall around the door. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's going to be stealth again. So you're going to do perception stealth to basically like do the same kind of thing you did before.
Okay. I'm also thinking of like
What? Sorry.
There's a glitch.
What were you asking, Kara?
Huh?
Where is the prince and son talking?
They're in your room.
Yeah.
So, how is son creating a brick wall in a room that's not his?
I have your key.
He has your key.
Miss Storm gave it to me because she had it, and then she gave it to me. And now I'm thinking of like
I thought
I'm
they
also
only
like
activated
thinking,
if you're the actual person.
Well,
No, it's just whoever has told him.
she also confiscated it, so technically she could take ownership of it and then give it to Sun. Because she has like a security
enough.
authority, whatever. So she could confiscate it by technicality. Like, I agree. Like, if someone someone stole it from you, it might not work. But like Storms took it, and she has like authority, so she can like basically say, "Okay, I'm revoking this." So yeah, you have to roll.
You said
I was saying
7.
Oh, and you also have to spend willpower to do this, by the way, to make the door and the lights go off and stuff.
Okay. I was thinking of like a secret door to my room and then make it disappear when I.
That's fine too. You can do that. You just need to spend willpower to make everything.
Don't forget he has a key too. So
What?
don't forget the prince also has a key.
Yes, he does.
I have both keys. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna disappear.
You don't have the prince. You have your key and you have the one key for the room, but there's 2 keys to the room.
Yes, he also has his key. So he could like, you could have like a battle going on right now. Like once you change the room, you could change it back. Unless you get the key from him, because then you could do that.
So I'm just saying,
like
take the room yet. Well, like.
But you do need to spend a willpower to change the room right now. So you're gonna do that, and then you have to roll your perception stealth to imagine all the changes that you want to happen in the room.
Perception, and that's 7 instead. 7. Oh wait. 10.
Yeah, it's actually really difficult to do these kind of things because you have to spend a willpower every time, so it's not like cheap. So yeah, you can do all this stuff, but it's actually kind of expensive because you need to pay willpower like every time you want to change
Can I
something.
spend another willpower to like have an automatic success, or?
Yes, you're allowed to do that. You have to spend another one though.
Okay.
Yeah, you're spending 2 willpowers. Okay.
Okay,
Three.
3 successes. So what that means is that you aren't actually able to make. So you could switch the lights off, but you wouldn't be able to make a brick wall. Like you could make a brick wall maybe halfway around the door, but if you wanted to like make it all the way around the door, you need to spend another willpower and then roll again because you actually need to like focus to complete the entire way because you need more successes than that.
I'm just like,
Okay,
how
so
much willpower do you have, son?
I have 1 willpower left.
So if you want to actually like block him completely, you'd need to do that. But you can switch the lights off, so that just happens like right away. So it gets dark. And then if you want to try to finish this in 1 turn, then you have to roll again. If not,
Okay,
then
so
you can do a turn and then try to roll it again. But if you don't
7.
have the full wall around the door.
So 7d10 again.
Yeah, it'd be the same pool.
Okay, I spend willpower.
Okay. So that's 1 success.
Does that
So that's 4. Okay. So essentially, like, what's going on is like as you're building this this wall, like around, you get it like basically like, so you don't get it around you get it around the door, but you don't get it like around the whole wall. So like he can still get around like are you creating like this barrier here? Like what's this? Oh, so you're trying to do it more like that? Okay, that shape would be a lot easier for you to make, I guess. It uses up less. So you're just trying to make a barrier around the door, and he's like asking you. He's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like getting very frustrated at you, and you can see him like as the wall behind you is like starting to crack and like buckle because he's like using his will to like break the door or like break the barrier you just made like apart, and he's like getting very frustrated. He's like, "What are you doing?" Well, he doesn't need to see it. That's the thing.
So he saw the barrier and stuff.
Well, yeah, like he's like he can see it around the door. Like he's like he's not blind.
Well, but he turned out the lights, remember?
Yeah, but it's not like pitch black. There's sun coming through the window.
I'm coming out for the window?
No, the sun is coming out through the window, so it's not like it's dim. So he can see the thing around the door. It's not like pitch black.
And
I
like
you can say
away,
by the way, too. Then it'd be pitch black.
There.
I'm not able to see shit.
I like walk away. I'm hiding.
Okay, he's gonna try to break the door down, but that's actually gonna be pretty difficult for him to do.
Can I like try to sneak around and like take his key?
Well, like while he's using it, yeah, you could try to do that, but that'd be a roll that you're making right now. Yeah, you can do that while he's making this one. Okay, so he's gonna have like.
What would that be?
I'm just like, oh, good, we're both gonna be on the princess shit list.
Like, oh yeah, so it's gonna be like 5, and then let's add 2. So like, yeah, he has about the same dice pool as you do, though, so it's not like it'd be easy for him to do. But he's spending willpower of his own. Let's see if he can get enough success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. So the door like shatters. The barrier that you made like shatters apart, and he starts making his way for the door. But you're going to try to steal his key, so you have to roll for that.
What?
That's going to be Dex Stealth, or Dex Larceny. Sorry, blah.
Dex Larceny.
And I'll give you +1 because he can't see you. So
2, 6, 7.
I'm just like, why did I take that job in the VIP room? I should have just stayed as Mist.
And then after this, I'm going to take a short water break, and then I have the other half of the session to do because we have to. I'm going to come back to Kara, and then I'm going to come. I want to do Storms last because the VIP room is the last thing.
Okay.
Assuming they come back, otherwise I'll go right to you.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking, what night?
Still on air. I think they just like left to get tea or breakfast or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
arms that can help me. I can. Yeah.
But it's like
Sorry, what?
8 o'clock in the morning.
Carl, what were you trying to figure out?
I don't think I have any charms that can help me.
For yeah, for anything like this, I don't know. This is your charm sheet. I don't know what you have.
Well, me, so that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
So it's gonna be 8.
that's not bad.
Oh, 3 successes. 1, 2, 3.
That's not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna see. No, I think that's good enough because it's like a pretty small object. It wouldn't actually be that hard for you to take. Yeah, I think with 3 successes, I think that'd be enough because like he's more focused on trying to get out of the room than protect his stuff. So I imagine what happens is like, actually, here's what I imagine. So he's like running past you, and like as you do, you like palm his like his body, and you like take the key as he's kind of coming out of the room, and then you could stop him if you want, also with that same motion. But you basically in one motion like take the key from him, like a thief, and then you just like running into him, and then you like palm him, you take the key, and then after that, are you gonna try to like physically like stop him?
Yeah. Physically, can I not like? What can I do? He just went out the door.
Well, he's moving. Like he basically broke the barrier and he's moving towards the door. And like as he's coming toward the door, you take the key from him. I'm just wondering if you want to do anything else, like poof, hit him, or because like you take the key from him like while he's moving toward you. Okay. And then you can still take another thing if you want. I'm asking if
I can knock him out or something like that.
What? So what do you want to do? Sorry.
So I can knock him out, or I can. I'm thinking I can do the whole trick I was about to do, or like.
Yeah.
I can't create like another wall over it, or.
I mean, you already know in character that if you try to make a hallway down the door, that it's probably going to take too long, because that's what the mistake you made before, assuming that Sun isn't dumb. The problem was that it takes you too long to make the hallway. If you try to make it while he's running down the hallway, it's not going to finish in time, and he's going to get through the door.
And so, if I do the...
So that won't work, but if you want to be crazy and be like, if I do the same thing over and over, it'll definitely work again.
Okay. Why don't you just make the door on the roof?
Can I move the door?
You can move the door onto the ceiling, yes.
And not can't create like a brick wall over it again.
I mean, that'd be inconvenient, but technically it's possible. Like the rules don't say that you can't move the door onto the ceiling. It's just like nobody would do that. Like it's crazy talk. Like, yeah, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move my door onto the ceiling?
What if like no? What if like I move the entire like room upside down and the door is like on the other side and he's like moving for the door, but then it just moves the whole room, and he's still in
you are allowed to flip the room like Kingdom Hearts style, like in the Alice in Wonderland. You can flip the room around. You can do that.
I'm standing on the other side,
like our room now, like,
and I'm beside the door. And I'm like upside down, clinging to the ceiling, like.
So yeah, you could do that, but that'd be very tricky for you to do. But you would be able to do that.
How much would that be?
Well, you don't have any willpower left, so I don't actually think you could. Because you don't have any willpower left, right?
Oh, you're dry too? Fuck these rooms, they just complete us.
But I like it so much that I'm actually willing to give you like an extra willpower just so you can do that. Because I can give you a stunt. I like that you're flipping the room over. Like that's actually really cool. I was hoping you guys would do something like this. So I'm like, okay, no, I'll give you that one because it's like using your environment. Like I like that as a 2-point stunt. Like I'll give you that one for sure. But you might not be able to do that every time. So I'm giving you a freebie here. And then you get 2 extra dice also because I like the idea that you're like, yeah, standing on, but you're going to make it so he falls, like, right? So you're going to be standing on the ceiling and he's like, right?
Uh-huh. And I'm like,
okay.
My one of my charms, like, to stand on the to be standing on the ceiling.
Well, yeah, but
um,
you don't necessarily need to activate that. You can just change the physics of the room to say that sun can stand on ceilings, or you can defy gravity, or whatever. Like, you don't need to use a charm to stand on the wall.
Okay, because I was what I was thinking in mind. And what would that be, by the way?
The
Need to
pool,
roll.
you mean, that you roll? It would be perception plus, I'd say athletics in this case, because you're mostly moving the room around.
7,
Gun.
8, 9.
Lots and lots of guns.
And then do you want to spend any notes on this? Because you'll probably need them.
Can I? I would like to.
Okay. Well, what's your pool right now? 9, so you or 7, so you can spend up to 7.
Oh, no. Yes. Well, 9 plus the 2 dice you gave me.
Okay, so yeah, you can spend up to 9 then.
Okay, so
Remember to do personal, because
I have 1 personal.
Yeah, he's a nightcast, so he
Oh.
can prevent it from.
oh yeah, you're a nightcast.
Like the
so you can
Matrix
hide.
hovering around them.
6.
Yeah, 6 is fine.
And with that, like peripheral.
That would, yeah, but then you'd need to spend your other things so that your anima doesn't flare, because otherwise he could see. It's not like, because I want to clarify, like, even if you don't cloak it, it's only very dim, so it's not like he's going to see your cast mark, but like you'd start to glow, and he might be like, but he wouldn't immediately identify it unless he made a separate roll.
So if I like, it's 2 more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 18 left. So plus 6, what would that be?
That's 6. That's 6 dice, so you'd have 17 dice.
All right. And 7.
And you'll probably need all of them.
I'm just like,
It's actually a really hard roll to make. Yeah, there you go.
1, 2,
Okay. Yeah, that's enough
4,
successes.
6, 7. 7.
Yeah, that's enough successes. So essentially, you flip the room. You're standing on the ceiling, and he's like on the like. Well, if you're standing on the ceiling, then he's on the floor, but the floor is the ceiling.
What?
So you're standing on the floor, and he's on the. And the door is like near where you are, and he's like on the other side. So the door is like above him now, and he can't. He would have to like jump up to reach it. And he's like looking up at you. He's like, "What is this? A joke? Are you joking? This isn't funny."
This is no joke, sir. I'm trying everything I can to protect you. After all,
Okay,
I was assigned to do such.
He's basically gonna like leap towards the door, like because he's freaking exalted. So he's just gonna like jump towards the door.
I was just like, why don't you just say you'll take care of Miss, make sure she's all right.
So what are you doing while he's like
I trust
leaping
you.
towards the doorway?
I can just like, can I like lock the door?
Yeah, you have the key. You can lock the door. But he also has the key.
What?
Oh, you have his key. So yeah, if you lock the door,
Yeah, I have the key.
Right. So yeah,
I have I'm the key master now. I have all keys.
You're the key master. So yeah, you can just because you're right next to the door, you could just lock it. Yeah.
Can I lock it with my mind or?
And I am the gatekeeper.
Technically, you can. Yeah. Technically, you could lock the door with your mind if you just want to do that really quick.
Yeah.
The door locks. He slams into the door and it won't open. And you're like,
how is he like slamming the door? He's like, no.
well, yeah, he jumps up like a basketball player. He's like, he jumps toward the door. He slams into it, but it won't open.
They're not worse, sir.
Really, GM, we know that white man can jump.
He's an exalted, so he breaks the rules.
Fuck the rules. Screw the rules. He's Kaiba.
So you're
Princess Kaiba.
Prince Kaiba. Basically like lock him in this room. So is there anything you want to do? Because otherwise I'm going to take a break.
I said, don't worry, sir. I shall take care of her for you. Perhaps I shall lose my memory of this as well.
You can't do this. This is unlawful.
I'm like,
Not from my
what?
understanding.
We're in the middle of this ocean. What laws are there?
Well, what is sun actually? You said, like, what were you going to say? Sorry.
I said, not where we are standing.
You're standing on the like. I think he looks at you. He's like, "You're standing on the ceiling. Everything for you is backwards. You're backwards."
You're a damn comedian. Mister's right about you.
You're a joke, Mister's. Yeah, I think he's like, "You're a joke. Mister's right about you."
What's she now? You certain of that?
If she says it, I'm willing to believe it. He's like holding, like he's like clinging onto the wall as he's saying this. So you can imagine him kind of like he's trying to hold onto the wall. And
Like a
he's
Garfield cat.
My apologies, sir, but that is not so.
I'm going to complain to the captain about this. This is unreasonable.
Not in here. Not so, I'm afraid.
So you've locked him in the room, and he's like he slips back onto the floor. He's like he's trying to figure out what he wants to do. So you guys are stuck together now.
Well,
I'm gonna
I'm
move to. I'm gonna take a real quick, and then I'm gonna go to the water dragon blooded. See what I did there? I'm clever. I'm smart. I'm working up a sweat here. This is intense shit. So
It's like a circus fight.
I think you've blown your cover.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is awful.
I know, right?
That,
Why am I take? We'll take a 5-minute break.
I just saw something bad, so I'm sorry.
Today's Exalted is
It has to do
by
with
Car's
me.
Monster.
Excuse me?
Oh, I said Exalted is brought to you by Monster.
Ooh.
And whatever brand of water Nova's drinking. And Wendy's. No one can see it, but I have a Wendy's cup.
Well,
I do
no one
actually
can see it, but I have funny here.
If they want to give me a sponsorship, I will pour myself out to Wendy. I will.
This video is sponsored by Nintendo. The Nintendo Switch.
You know, if Nintendo,
I have it in hand.
No, the problem with Nintendo is if they sponsor this video, they're gonna want promotion money on it, and they'll take it down if we don't follow their guidelines.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta sponsor a game of theirs. I know.
It is sponsored by Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Oh, wait. I want Carl to finish this, and then we'll go back to the.
Wait, what?
Is Hello Kitty actually still going, or like?
What?
I was just wondering if Hello Kitty was still like running on the air. Like,
I don't know.
if kids today know what Hello Kitty is.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
There you go, Dustin.
So I'm gonna go back to.
I told you about me xenomorph
Oh,
made of
yeah.
wire and phone call.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
I want that thing in my game.
Kind of weird that a xenomorph would use a bow, but still
Anyway.
cool nonetheless.
Anyway, so Mist, after like maybe like as it's nighttime now, like as it's becoming more like dark, you find yourself awake at night, and you're basically on a like an orange colored sort of life raft, like floating through the ocean. And there's like boxes of supplies like stacked around next to you, and you can see the ship, like the cruise ship in the distance. And then even further in the distance, you can actually see another ship that's sort of coming up in this, because you've like a better view of the horizon, and you can actually see there's another ship that's kind of like cruising. It's a lot slower than the the cruise ship that you're on, because that one's powered by like an essence engine. But the one that you can see a ship kind of sailing up, and it's maybe you know, I'm not good with specific distances, but it's, you know, pretty far in the distance, but you can see it like coming down the river, because you're going down a river, so there's like land going on the sides, and you're coming down the river, and the stream is actually like going down, so you're actually like, and the ship is going this way, so the ship, by the time you're awake, is already like cruising this way, and this other ship is kind of slowly coming downstream in comparison, like it's, you know, maybe half as fast or whatever. But you can see this it's, you know, more traditionally wind powered, but it is actually moving pretty fast for like a wind powered ship. Like it's the wind here isn't very strong, but the ship seems to be moving a lot faster than like a ship on calm wind would suggest it would be normally moving. Which would actually suggest to you that like you would know that someone who is like a wind, you know, or an air dragon blooded would actually be like piloting the ship, because they're manipulating the, you know, make the sails go, you know, that kind of thing. So you still have some time to act before the ship actually comes up closer toward you. So I want to know if there's anything you want to do, or if you want to try to like send a signal or like hail them or something. But like, but that's kind of what you see right now. That they basically marooned you in the middle of the ocean, or the river. It's not actually the ocean.
I'm like, marooned is such a nasty word.
Yeah, but yeah,
We saved you from some bandits, okay? They're trying to make you into Lucimus Lux, okay? It's gonna be awful. It was gonna be. They're gonna pair you up with
a guy who cares about her. Like, how terrible.
Yeah, Edward Cullen. I'm telling you, bro. He's awful.
No, this is like they were trying to hook you up with someone who actually wants to care for your well-being and is interested in you personally, and is willing
and wants to make you a vampire.
Well, I mean, I don't care about the relationship. I just don't want like to wind up fucking dead or like.
Right, because you know that Miss knows too much, so if she tells anything, then you're gonna get.
Yeah, by the time I want Miss and the Prince to be reunited, I want to be far away from them. So.
Right, I'm just waiting for them to come back. No, because I don't want to do that scene yet, because I want to save that for the end.
Oh, Miss dropped again? Okay, so.
Yeah, no, but I do want to see if Sun wants to do anything else, because you're basically locked in this room. If there's anything you want to do to advance that, then you can. Because time would keep moving forward, and I think like the events on the ship would get canceled. Because they're like, oh, I could actually do a scene, like, because I'm imagining now, like, Lightning and Rainy are like talking, and they were like, you know, they're on the deck in like their bikinis, and they're like, what, you said we were gonna swim? And the captain is like, no, apparently there was an assassination plot. I don't want to have everybody in the open water when there's an assassin trying to kill people on this ship. No, we were going to swim. It was going to be fun. We were going to relax. This is supposed to be Rainey's like, this is supposed to be relaxing. I want to relax. I don't want to think about assassins trying to kill me in my sleep, okay? I came on the boat to get away from that. I don't want.
Does Miss actually have her memories, or not Miss, Rainy, have her memories back?
I mean, she's starting to remember things now.
Okay.
But you haven't seen her in a while. She's like, I'm trying to get away from all that. I don't want.
If like the event that already happened, would that mean that night passed and like the prince fell asleep or something?
He's not like, he would be like frustrated. I don't think he'd be sleeping right now, because normally he'd be swimming with Mist in the ocean, and he's like,
wait, did he or not sleep?
Okay, so when you were doing this, it was before nighttime. Now it's nighttime, and you're still holding. I'm assuming.
They went over to. Like,
I'm just imagining that scene where like you and the prince are like playing Spy.
Sorry. So what were you trying to say, Carl?
So they're at nighttime, pretty much what you're telling me.
Yeah, like they.
Well, they're not swimming now.
No, they're not because she's like, well, I'm not going to have you swim when there's something going on until it's resolved. I don't want to hold any events. And
Okay.
Rainy's like, I want a refund, and Lightning's like, you didn't pay. That was complimentary. I still want a refund. Can I get some money? I want money. I'm gonna actually roll to see if she can get money out of the captain. Like, I want some money. Give me money. I want something. And she's like, we don't have any money. We want moon silver. And she's like, okay, I'll take that. Whatever. Give me something. I'm not gonna.
Don't take my fucking moon silver.
Rainy gets everything you want. It's like, fine. We'll give you some of that. Will that make you happy? She's like, yeah, whatever. Just let me have it.
She's out of all my fucking winning.
Charisma, and then she's gonna use presence because she's like intimidating, and then I'll just roll that. So 7 dice. Oh yeah, so that,
I hope you botch.
1, 2, 3 successes. Yeah, I think she'd be like, okay. I'll have to think about it. We need that money to pay our employees. The moon silver is what we're using to pay. She's like, I don't care what you're using it for. I want it. I'll have to talk about it. I don't care about her. Give me my money. I told you we don't have any money on board. And they're like arguing back and forth, and Lightning's like, oh no. Like, she doesn't know what to say, but she's like, hey, if Storm is getting paid, you can't just take that. And like, they're getting into a 3-way like cat fight now. The three of the women, like the captain's like, I don't know if I should do that. Rennie's like, I don't care, give it to me.
I'm just glad that I'm not there.
And then Lightning's like, oh no, you can't just take money away from and they're like getting all frustrated about each other now. So they're like fighting with each other. I'm gonna see if
next time we see them, they're just fighting, like going all out, exalted on the fucking boat.
Yeah, because that's the problem. It's like, I'm gonna see if this escalates any further because I think Lightning and Rainy might fight, and that's gonna get kind of bad. Because Lightning actually has more charisma than Rainy, so they're gonna start yelling at each other now, basically. She gets 8 dice.
I'm like, wasn't Lightning supposed to be the one to bring us all together?
Yeah, kind of, but she's like, because what happens is like she shuts Rainy down, and she's like, hey, no, listen, you don't get to take money away from, Storms. She deserves this. You can't just take her stuff. If you want me to pay you, I'll pay you with my, I can give you can give me 1, 2 right now if you want. And Rainy just like, no, I'm good. Like, she doesn't want to fight right now. She's like, I told you I want to relax. I don't want to fight you. Okay? I want to chill. I'm just mad, okay? I want to just swim. She's like, okay, well, if you want to swim, you can just make a pool in your room. Rainy's like, okay. And she, like, storms off the deck, like, fine, whatever. And she goes back to her room. She makes, like, a pool in Sun's room and then just, like, sits in it. And she's, like, fuming, like...
Best girlfriend.
Lightning's like, hey, that was pretty fun. I like being in charge. And the captain's just like, she's like nodding, like,
Oh, good. Now she's turning into a dom.
What?
Oh, I didn't even realize. That's even worse. Oh my god, yeah. She's like, I like being in charge. That was an accident.
How could you?
That's hilarious.
What you've done.
Okay, that made me laugh. That's good. Car, are you back? Yeah, I can't hear you yet. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, internet's gonna be trouble.
Okay, good. So can I come back to you now?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, what are you gonna do now that you're on this life raft? Because you know you can't keep up with the other ship because it's moving way too fast, even if you were to like walk on water and like run in.
bro.
Because it's moving at like, maybe
Sort of look around at the surroundings and groan angrily. Oh, I don't believe it, but they've just dumped me in a damn
I can
boat.
actually tell you how like wide the river is.
And she's not.
If I can get it open.
Hello?
Hi. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'm trying to give her some information on like where she is so she knows like how wide this river actually is. But it's really tiny
And
on.
we lost her.
Oh, they left again?
I mean, they didn't left. They dropped. There's a bit of a difference between that.
Right, right.
I guess prepare for the eclipse.
I don't know. I have glasses.
I don't.
You're gonna go blind then, apparently.
Well, I'm not gonna
All right,
look.
well, I'm going to cook you some food, so... Oh, hello, Kara. Welcome back.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
Okay, are you back now? Okay.
Yeah. Going from Australia where there's shit internet.
Right. So the river itself is maybe about 20, 30 miles across. It's like pretty and that's pretty thin for like this kind of area, right? But you can see this other ship kind of coming down the river, and it's moving pretty quickly for a ship like this. It'll probably reach you. It'll probably reach you in about maybe like another 6 hours or so if you wait there. You'd guess. So it'll reach you by the morning, like once if you sleep, or you can do something else.
Well, she's going to assume that the other boat is the one with Scarlet and that one more.
Mm-hmm. You could probably assume that, especially based on the way it's designed. Like it looks like a ship that you would.
Of the
But it doesn't really look like a. See, the interesting thing about it is that it doesn't necessarily look like a battleship. It doesn't have any weapons like on the side or anything like that. It's more like it looks more like a cargo ship, but it's a large ship, like it's a caravel size like ship. It just doesn't have like a lot of weapons. I mean, it has weapons, I guess, but it's not like a fully armed battleship. It has some cannons, but it's not like a battleship. It's a traveling ship, and it's fairly big though. Like it's huge. Brah. I'm mad now. I might just wait till Dustin comes back and then wrap this up. So that'll be better. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Cara. Let me go text them real quick. Oh, Cara?
Yeah.
I'm just going to text them real quick.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be better than like having you cut out every few seconds and then me trying to set something up and then like, oh, and then I have to wait and then, so I'll wait till next. We can definitely pick up with you next session on this because I think that that'll be a good way for you to do something like at the start of next session for sure.
Hmm.
I think that would be better. Oh yeah, I have all this stuff here. Okay. I'm gonna get stuff set up for Dustin's section real quick. While I'm waiting for him. Because I need to get some pictures. I've got pictures,
Yeah,
guys.
picture.
New characters. Where are they? Just have to get these open. Oh yeah, and I would also clarify to Sun. So yeah, by now he would be starting to fall asleep. So you're gonna are you gonna like stay in the room with him like while he's sleeping or?
I'm gonna have to like lock it
To watch him,
and
like,
check outside what's going on.
You're going. So I think like outside you'd see like Lightning would be willing to tag out with you if you want to like have someone else like guard him.
Isn't the door locked or?
Like you can lock him in there and he won't be able to get out because he doesn't have the keys. So you could like lock him in. So technically you don't need anybody to watch him, but like yeah, you have the ability to like lock him in.
I would ask Storm if he could watch the door or.
Well, Storms isn't here.
If not,
Storms went off somewhere else.
In character, I would like be looking at Storms and like see them like Lightning appears and like can you watch the door for me?
Lightning would tell you that she said that the captain said Storms would be going patrolling somewhere else.
All right. And so I would like be like, okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So Storms, Sun, are you going to give Lightning the key and tell her to watch the room, or are you going to like?
What's the context?
Well, I'm talking to Sun, because Sun has the thing is that the prince fell asleep, and so they're like, okay, who's going to watch him? Even like you don't need to watch him, you could leave nobody there, but Lightning's like offering to like watch guard the room while Sun sleeps, and then they could shift.
That's like I'm telling her watch the door and stuff.
Yeah, and if he tries to break out, I'll just rough him up.
Don't
Actually,
do it well.
because Lightning's the most dragon-blooded exalted among us.
Right. So if she starts going all lightning, he'll just be like, "Oh, this is normal." She's definitely some kind of mutant, for sure. Okay, so you do that, and then so I want to do I'll do a little bit of a scene. So I imagine that Rainy's in her in a black bikini, in this pool tub that she made inside your room, and she's looking out at you as you come in, and she's like, "Hey, Mr. Sun, you want to swim?" She kind of moves the water around, not dragon blooded, but just splashes it around, she's in this personal tub.
She made a jacuzzi.
Kind of. It's like a micro jacuzzi, yeah. It's not hot though, because she doesn't know what a jacuzzi is, so she can't make one.
I guess, but a bath is probably
yeah, it's a large bathtub. Yeah, it's one of those, but it's just not bubbling.
Yeah,
that would be.
You probably got the heat.
And she's asking you if you want to swim.
Sure.
I mean, you're a water whatever, so you like swimming, right?
Yeah. Of
Cool.
course.
Come on. And she like makes the tub bigger so that you can like fit in it.
Awesome.
And you take like okay, because I want to see like you take off your armor, like you take off your clothes, like what's going on? I want to imagine this in my head.
I go to a closet and I'm like,
Come on, let's get the porno music here.
Yeah. So, like, you get in the closet, you like undress yourself, and you get
somewhere. I'm like,
of course, yeah, she could make some for you, like, or they'd probably be in the closet because they would have provided some for you, like part.
yeah, I'm like looking, I'm like, oh, here's some trunks or something.
Yeah, so you get some trunks on, and you get in the pool, and you and Rainey kind of look at each other, and she still seems like she still doesn't seem to really understand who you are, but she's like kind of friendly with you. She's just like, so this is kind of fun, I guess. I kind of want to swim in the river, but this will
the large amount of hair I have
on your body.
I'm like, I'm talking about the hair, the long strands of hair he has on his back. Because he has really long hair, like, you know, like Scarlet has really long hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Hair too.
You have the fucking zero hair.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you like this really long. And he's just like,
Oh, actually, you know who I'm actually picturing right now? Like Ray from Beyblade.
oh, you've been watching too much Beyblade.
Wait, which guy? See the guy with the
Ray.
scarf?
No, he's the guy with the like really long pigtail or ponytail.
Is he like the martial artist guy?
Yeah, he has the yin yang thing on his forehead.
Beyblade. I think I remember who this guy
I have
is.
a question real quick, just to keep this moving. Do you want to do anything? I know this is going to sound really awkward, but I have to ask this question. Are you going to do anything else with Rainey before you go to bed?
I know.
Because I'm just imagining you guys just kind of have a conversation.
Yeah,
but if you
just-
want to like bring anything specific up, or if you want to like do anything with her, then you let me know.
He's asking, are you going to stick it in or?
No, I'm not. I'm literally just asking. Okay, well, you're too far into this.
Are you going to do it? Yes or no? Off screen?
I mean, she definitely seems like she'd be okay with it.
Jesus, someone whose memory is lost doesn't really remember me. Yes, let's do it now.
Dubious.
What the
That's like the first date.
It's dubious consent, is what it is.
I just
Literally a term for this, like it exists.
not going for it.
I don't think you would normally. That's why I'm like, I don't think even if you were in love with each other, you wouldn't do that because you're a wimp.
How dare you? I am
No,
a man.
like
I am
that.
a gentleman. I let things go through. I
The
am a
voice in
gentleman.
the skies is calling you a pussy.
I think actually no. I think it's more accurate. Not that you're a wimp, but you're just the harem protagonist. You're like,
That's true.
oh no, I'm not interested in you for some reason, even though you're clearly coming on to me. I'm totally cool with not being like involved with you. Yeah, because I'm the harem protagonist. Like, he has to stay pure.
But are you calling me fake Kirito, the freaking one from Asterix War?
Almost. I mean,
Motherfucker, I'll kill you.
oh, you want to go? I'm just saying, like, you have a perfect opportunity here. If you want to take it, you can. If you don't, then you don't have to.
I have manners over here, man. I'm the guy from freaking the failed knight guy.
All right, chill. No, okay, you get my. You know what? You get a point for that. Another point. Good for you. Okay, so you're going to be a gentleman to Rainey, and like,
I'm the traditional motherfucker.
and she's like, I mean, she is clear, like, she isn't seducing you, but she is clearly like, she's wearing, you know, a bikini, and she's like sitting in this bath, and she's like glancing at you, and she's like looking at your muscles, and she's like she's checking you out, you know, she's clearly seems interested in you, but she's not like trying to make a move on you. So if you're not going to make a move, then she's just going to like get out of the tub, dry off. She's gonna get into bed, and then like lay there and kind of just
Take a cold shower.
mumble to herself like, "This cruise kind of sucks,
I'm still gonna cuckold him.
I really don't know how this could get any worse." And then we cut to Storms. Unless you want to say something.
Well,
I was like, "Why could this get worse?"
I don't know how it could get worse. Unless I'm not going to start that because that tends to happen.
And then you're like, unless, and then we cut to Storms. So once you open the VIP room, you find yourself in this sort of, it's like a long white hallway, and there are 3 doors. So there's one door in the middle, there's one door on the right, and then there's one door on the left. So like it's kind of like not like a cross, but it's sort of like that, right? So there are 3 doors. The door that you're assigned to is the middle door.
Okay. I shall head to the middle.
Okay. So you're instructed to like knock on the door.
Okay, I will knock on the door.
And it's sort of this, again, so these doors are like gold encrusted. They have like decorations on the front of them. And it has like a letter on it, like I think it's like 2, whatever. So there's like a number. So there's like a 2 on it. And then there's like, it's gold encrusted. There's like, there's a design on the door. It's very much like one of those like Kingdom Hearts like door, like the giant door, but it's like smaller. So it's like very elaborate. Like these doors.
I was like, is there a small door that opens up in the big door?
No. You open up, well, maybe, but I don't know. You knock on the door, and the door opens, and you see like a small table, and there's like there's like these sort of porcelain type chairs, and like in the middle of this table there's like a tea set that's like set up, like a very elaborate sort of like China tea like tea set, and it has like these golden rims on the end of it, like very expensive. There's like these weird sort of plush animals that are like set up in the chairs, right? And you kind of walk your way in, and you see that there's like a girl sort of sitting in the front of like the table.
Oh,
and then next to her is two like little things. So what do you?
I get where this is going.
What do you say?
Hello there. I've been assigned to guard you in this room, I guess.
Good to meet you. I'm Madrix. What's your name?
Hired sword.
And then scene.
Da da da. Oh. Oh. Da da da. Da da da. Da da da. Da da da.
I'm just imagining out of character. You like grab her, you throw her against the side of the ship, like smashing her as much as you can, and then sit her back down.
Sorry, I'm on Chiller Skies. Who is this little girl?
Oh, Dustin already knows.
Yeah, I know.
What will happen with Mist? Will this Captain Scarlet make her way to the ship?
Will Kara ever get his internet connection back?
Will I don't know.
I'll cut the recording now.